Appreciate you being here today. Before we get started, we have with us Brother Eric Graham, who will lead us in the invocation, and Commissioner McCann, if you would, the pledges.
Father God, we thank you so much for your goodness. We are experiencing your blessings in Henderson County. We thank you for all that we get to enjoy, the quality of life that we have here, the good leaders we have here, good law enforcement. We just thank you for all these blessings, give you the honor for it all. Pray that you just continue to give discernment and wisdom and guidance. We'll just continue. In His name we pray.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Brother Graham, thank you, sir. All right. We do have a quorum, and the time is 9:01, so we will call this meeting of Commissioners Court to order. Are there any citizens' comments?
No, sir.
Item number 1, consider and take action on minutes from previously held meeting of Commissioners Court on May the 23rd, 2023. Are there any additions, deletions, or comments to the minutes in the backup?
Hearing none, Judge, I move we approve the Commissioners Court's minutes for regular session May 23rd, 2023 as presented.
I'll second it, motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the minutes of May the 23rd, 2023 as presented. All those in favor of the motion? The item passes unanimously. Item number 2 is consider and take action on requests for overpayment of taxes from Henderson County Tax Assessor Collector. Ms. Lovelady.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have 4 refund checks for court approval, totaling $12,592.48.
Court questions?
I know you probably said this before. How long can you go back for a homestead exemption?
2 years.
2 years? Okay.
I think technically they can go back 3, but most of the time they go back 2.
And the appraisal district grants that?
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the overpayment, the request for refund of overpayment of taxes.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Richardson, to approve the request for a refund of overpayment of taxes from the Henderson County Tax Assessor Collector as presented.
Thank you.
All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Thank you, ma'am. Item number 3 is consider and take action to apply for the fiscal year 2023 Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant. And Ms. Brown.
Good morning. This application is for the fiscal year 2023 funding for bulletproof vests. This funding does provide a 50% reimbursement on vests for each individual department in the county that receives vesting or vests. Our main vests, of course, come out of the Sheriff's Department, which we are currently up to date, but we will be making an order to keep us on that 5-year cycle of warranty. Vests are increasing. We just had a fitting to fit some new officers, and they went from $880 to $942. So it's about a $60-something increase, and that's just for our concealed vest. So that's the vest that they wear under their uniforms. Some of our officers have outer carriers that go over their uniform, and those will be about $80 more. Just to give y'all.
And this
that.
grant covers both of those?
It does cover
Right.
both of those, yes.
Since we're up to date on our vests, how many do we have to change out every year now?
We're looking, so we currently have the 22 award that we haven't used any of, and it's about 25,000 that expires in 24. So we need to update all officers. They will get updated a little early to be able to use those funds, but it also keeps us from getting in a spot where we're ordering and not getting them in time. So we'll probably order another 20 vests or so this year.
Do we know what the total number of vests we have are?
I'm not off the top of my head. Every patrol wears a concealed, and then we have outers for, I don't know how many, and then have sheriff's department, fire marshal's office, there's a couple in there, so.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Tooley to approve, to apply for the fiscal year 2023 Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant. Any further comments? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Ma'am. Item number 4 is consider and take action on the Henderson County Emergency Service District Number 6, 2022 Annual Financial Audit for filing purposes only. And I believe this is the west side, and no, it's
It's both 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
I'll let Mark.
Yes, Court, by statute, the ESDs have to do a financial audit or do an exemption each year if they're below the $250,000 in the ad valorem tax collection. If they're over 250, they have to do an audit. And ESD, Emergency Service District Number 6, they have completed their audit, outside audit and stuff, and they've turned in all their paperwork, and they've got it here for approval for filing purposes.
Commissioner, you want to add anything? Okay. I believe one of the other is if they carry any debt, they have to do one as well. Isn't that correct?
1 year debt.
Yes.
Within 1 year. So if it's debt over a 1 year term, they're then required to do that.
That's correct.
Okay. But those that aren't can sign an affidavit, correct?
Yes, they have to have
They
a
just-
notarized affidavit that has to be submitted.
Under 250,000 and no debt,
Correct.
they can do the affidavit.
But they still got to have a compiled financial statement, okay, with the exemption.
Okay. Any further comments? Well, I'm glad to see it. Yeah, I was looking over it, and it tells you exactly every penny, and I appreciate them.
So they want transparency, they got it on that one.
Yeah, that's right. When you consider that emergency service districts collect over $1.7 million worth of ad valorem taxes in the county now, this is a must. So, anything further? Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Henderson County Emergency Service District Number 6's 2022 Annual Financial Audit for filing purposes only.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner McCann to approve the Henderson County Emergency Service District Number 6, 2022 Annual Financial Audit for filing purposes only. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously. We have a public hearing scheduled for 9:15, and that's going to be items 5 and 6. So we'll go ahead and move to item 7, which is receive financial reports. And we have here today the combined financials for the court system. And these are available for review of the public after court if you wish to. Item number 8 is consider and take action on payroll distributions and accounts cash sheet, of which we have none. And item 9 is consider and take action on submitted contracts.
Yeah, I do have those for the court today. We have several Xerox machines it's time to trade out. It looks like if we get in the final savings, it's going to be $314 across the board.
In this contract, there's certain things that we get along with it. Is it toner
Maintenance.
and maintenance? And we've been doing this now about 10 years, hadn't we?
No, these are copiers, this is not the print.
Oh, this is not the
No,
print.
Right, the print,
Ah,
that's not on a monthly contract, it's just
Okay.
as we go.
okay. But these are all units that they can print to?
Print to, copy,
Right.
scan.
Court, questions? I do, elections, historical. I know we had been having trouble with veterans. That guy came last week?
Yes,
How did that, do we know?
he fixed it.
Okay.
More of a reset.
Shut down, reboot.
Control Alt Delete?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any thoughts, court? Entertain a motion.
So move to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the Xerox contracts as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously. Ms. Monk, you have any others there? I think all of the next three are mine. Okay. Court, we have a contract here with Kitchell. Now, Kitchell is the proposal that we accepted that goes along with the project at the at the Justice Center or the jail. This is the third-party engineering firm that will review everything that McKinstry has presented to us to ensure that it is in order and that they agree that the energy savings can be reached through the designs that are presented. Only one issue that I had with it and wanted to ask the county attorney, I believe it says in here somewhere, governed by the laws of California. I don't know if you had a chance to review it or not.
I did review that. I don't remember looking at that.
On page 4, it says Kitchell CEM is a California corporation, and item 17, choice of law, governed exclusively by the laws of the state of California.
I may not have caught that, but I probably would prefer to have that changed to Texas.
Changed to Texas. Okay. Court, questions, comments? Hearing none, can we get a motion to approve with that change?
I'll make that motion. Change to Texas.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the amended contract with Kitchell Engineering with the judge's authorization to sign. Is that
Yes, sir.
okay? Any further discussion? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. The next one is a contract for our indigent health medication services. This is IPM. This company has bought out our current vendor, and
We previously had Inwell for our prescription management for indigent health, and we had to go to the IPM, which was basically kind of the same. I mean, they work the same way. But from what I'm understanding out of this, that the rates changed depending on the medication. Some of it will decrease, the cost will decrease. It does look like they've added a higher, what do they call it, admin fee, but in the end, it still looks like overall it was a decrease. So these were just the rates that were changed, and it's the company that we have now. It does look like they're excluding CVS and Walgreens, which we don't have anybody on our program that uses CVS or Walgreens. Everybody goes to either Anderson, Gibson's, or Walmart.
And that's due to their bid prices to be involved was so
Yes.
much higher, is that correct?
Yes.
Right. We have been doing this now a good while. There was a time when we had to use our local pharmacies on this where the county was paying. And this program, from US Scripts to Involve to IPM has really been a more than a benefit to us, especially on our expenses. So, thoughts, comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion with the judge's authorization to sign.
So moved with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner McCann to approve the contract with Integrated Prescription Management Incorporated for Indigent Health prescription drugs with the judge's authorization to sign. Any further comments? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Now, the next one is remember the name of the company, CGI Digital. Now, CGI Digital is a company that has partnered up with the National Association of County Governments. Now, this is NACO. And what they are providing is an opportunity for counties to showcase economic development through the creation of some videos, and it's at no cost to the county. And in our discussions with them, county attorney and I had discussions with is what they want to do is have a contract with the county to come in and provide this, and then partner with any local businesses or local industry to help showcase what Henderson County in general has to offer, be it municipal, be it the entire portions of Henderson County and business across the board. And this particular agreement gives the county 4 or 5 videos and then opens the services up to any of the private businesses that wish to pay CGI to be a part of it. It's a NACO program. Met with them, I don't know, a month or so ago, a month and a half ago over Zoom, and had never really heard of it, but found it pretty interesting, the fact that we could showcase on website the things that make Henderson County so great and try to draw in some more economic development. But this is at no cost to the county. Their business model is, if you'll let us come in and do yours, maybe we can get some locals to use our services as well.
So they come in and do promotional videos for the county at no cost to the county, and then if some businesses want to get in, that's where they make their money.
Yes. And it is through a partnership with NACO. They have 3 counties, I think, signed up in the state. I think McLennan being one of them. Then there's another one down south. I can't remember the name of it. Thoughts?
Where do they post these videos?
Would be on our website, make it available for us to put on our website, and it is shareable from there. Our largest concern, ma'am, our largest concern was that if we entered into an agreement with them that they would be very forceful locally. Hey, the county's doing this, you need to come on. We've been reassured that that is not their hard sell tactic. And of course, if they did try something like that, it wouldn't take us long to find out and end the relationship. Clint, you have anything to add? We've had a little bit of discussion on it.
No, that's the only downside that I could see, which we asked for a copy of their call scripts and things like that. There is that aspect that how they approach it, because I'm sure they will have salespeople and marketers that target Henderson County businesses. And I hate to pick on the sheriffs, but there's some of those programs where in this agreement, you can read, they have the right to use our name to represent. So I've been a recipient of some sales calls before, like from sheriff's associations, where they will say, your sheriff Bodie Hillhouse is asking that you do this, or your sheriff Bodie Hillhouse is asking that you run this ad. And so that was kind of what Judge has touched on, is that's the only thing that I've been able to see that there's any downside at all is that, they're gonna take these videos and then they're gonna go out. The reason it doesn't cost any money to us is they're gonna go out and sell ads to businesses to be a part of this. And so they will represent that I'm calling on behalf of Henderson County, asking that you contribute to that. But again, I will also say that we ask for copies of their sales scripts and all of that. And they're not that overbearing or problematic as long as they stick to those.
So who would they, when they make these videos, who would they go through? The judge's office?
They would come through our office and.
Everything would have to be okayed?
Yes. And one of the things that we were looking at doing with that was that the county itself uses one as a introductory, and then we have 3 distinct regions of economic development in the county, and then we allow for 3 of them, 1 for each region, to be used central, west, and east, so that they each have their own economic story they can tell. That's the preliminary discussions on. Now, if the court would like to think about this a little while, I have no problem with tabling it until another session.
It says 3 years, but it doesn't say to give a terminology of when it can cancel.
And is it pushed by the National Association of Counties?
That was their doorway in. That's what they built their business model on, is by being associated with NACO to gain entry to your county governments so that they can then generate a business model locally through that path.
I would like to look at this a little longer.
Okay.
I move that we table the motion.
I'll second.
Now, have a motion and a second. Now, discussion.
Yeah. So it says 3 years, but it doesn't say anything about cancellation. Is there? Did you read anything like that, Clint?
I'm sorry.
Excuse me. A cancellation. It says 3-year anniversary, but it doesn't have a.
I don't think there is, and I don't think the nature of this, that there would be a cancellation. Because again, they're gonna come shoot the video. Once the video is made, then all that really gives them for 3 years is the right to use that to market and sell ads.
Right, but what I was saying is the negative part that you were kind of talking about that could happen is if that starts, how do we get out of the 3-year contract?
That's what you do.
Doesn't
But
know.
I think the nature of it though is, I think by the time that negative starts, it's gonna be,
Over with.
over with. Because before they start using these in production, they're gonna sell all of those ads to your businesses, so they're gonna have what they need from that point.
I have no further questions.
Any further discussion? We have a motion by Commissioner McCann and a second by Commissioner Spivey to table this contract. Any further comments? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. And I believe that was the last contract. So item number 10. Yes. Item number 5 is a public hearing that was to be scheduled at 9:15, and this is regarding the cancellation of a plat, easement, restrictions, and covenants for the Palm Springs Estate subdivision located in Precinct 1. And before I ask for a motion to move into public hearing, I want to remind everyone that if you do wish to speak, please give your name and address so we can have it for the record, and you'll be given 3 minutes to speak on the subject. Well, Court, can we have a motion to move into public hearing?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Tooley to move into public hearing at 9:25. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes. We're now open for public hearing. If anyone that wishes to speak. I'll make one more call. Anyone wish to speak concerning this matter of Palm Springs Estate subdivision? Given that no one has stepped forward or expressed an interest in speaking, can we have a motion to close public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Tooley to close public hearing at 9:26. All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Item number 6 is consider and take action on order canceling a plat easement restrictions and covenants for Palm Springs Estate subdivision located in Precinct 1. Yes, sir, Mr. Davis.
I think we visited about this back a month ago when we set this public hearing date. But this was even though it was a platted subdivision, there were never any lots of the subdivision, so it's all owned by one individual, and that individual has decided that they are never going to want to develop it, and so they're just wanting to cancel the plat. It's a little bit different in that this is the one, and we talked about this back a month ago. It is located within the city limits of Caney City. Normally, cities would regulate that, but the statute says that it's canceled in the same way that it was created. And back when it was created, it was not in the city limits of Caney City. So, I think some of that's out of an abundance of caution that we're going through this process of posting it for public hearing, setting it out a month, just in case there was anybody out there that could be affected by this change. We can at least say, we gave everyone notice. And then what they will actually do, the clerk's office will just vacate the plat that's on file. And if they ever change their mind and go back and decide they want to develop it, they'll have to start from the beginning and go through the platting process.
There's a single owner of all property involved, so there was only need for one notice.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Court, questions? Entertain a motion to approve the order with the judge's authorization.
I'd like to make that motion with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the order canceling a plat easement restrictions and covenants for Palm Springs Estate subdivision with the county judge's authorization to sign. All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Now, let's go back down to 10. Item 10 is consider and take action on requests for right-of-way permits. We have numerous ones.
Precinct 2 and precinct 4.
Commissioner Tooley?
The first one is on County Road 2813, and all they're doing is putting in a new pole and a power supply cabinet on the edge of right-of-way. This is for the Charter Spectrum. Other than that, that's all they'll be doing.
I believe you have a second one.
I do have a second one, and it's lengthy. This next one is also Charter Spectrum. It's for installing fiber optic cable on County Road 2912, 2803, 2804, 3905, 2916, 3901, 3907, 3903, 3902 Davis Lane and South Fly In Lake Road. And it's to install about 29,000 feet of aerial fiber and about 5,600 feet of underground cable. And I have 4 bores that will be taking place. Do you want me to name those off, Judge? Do I need to name those off?
No, I think
Okay.
they're all involving these roads, correct?
One of those roads one of all 4 of these roads, 4 of the roads that I mentioned will have that. I also have a $600 check for the road course.
Okay. Questions? All right, well, there are 2 requests for precinct 2, and we can do them. You have all of the roads, Mary Margaret?
Yes.
Okay. So, given the length of these, Commissioner, you want to make a motion for those 2 right-of-way permits?
Judge, I move we approve the proposed utility line activity for Charter Spectrum. You may name all the roads?
Yeah, you don't have, no.
Sir?
No, sir.
With the Commissioner's authorization to sign.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the 2 right-of-way permits from Charter Spectrum with the Commissioner's authorization to sign. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously. Commissioner Richardson?
We'll start out with a charter. Got a proposed utility line activity for Charter Spectrum to install 12,186 linear foot of aerial fiber cable and about 102 linear foot of underground fiber. They're going to put in 2 Class 5 30-foot poles, 2 pedestal vaults, and 1 road bore on County Roads 4217, 4220, 4221, 4222, 4224, 4225, 4230, and Pleasant Ridge Road. These are all located in the Coffee City area, precinct 4.
Questions for the Commissioner on this one? Hearing none, move on to the next one. Commissioner?
That one's the only one for charter, and then the other ones are for different companies.
Okay.
You want to close this one out?
Let's go ahead and close that one then.
For no questions, I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposed utility activities for charter on the listed roads and with the Commissioner's authorization to sign.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the right-of-way permit with Charter for fiber optic installation and associated equipment with the Commissioner's authorization to sign. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously. Commissioner?
Yes, Court, this is another proposed utility line activity for Spectrum to bore a 756-foot linear foot under and along the easement of County Road 4511. They've already done some work there, and this is some more added boring and stuff that they're proposing to do.
Questions for the Commissioner? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion for Spectrum to bore 756 linear foot under and along the easement of County Road 4511.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner's authorization to sign.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner McCam to approve the right-of-way agreement with Spectrum for, for fiber optic cable installation and bore on County Road 4511 with the County Commissioner's authorization to sign. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously.
There's 2 more. You want to do them all together or just do each one?
I've only got 3. Go ahead.
There's more. Okay.
I mean, I'd like to do them all by company.
Yeah, they're these are the same company, all the three of these.
Okay, let's do all the companies together under one, so go ahead, and
Okay.
if you got two or
Finish 'em
three.
up. That
Yeah,
work. All right, the next one was proposed utility line activity for Spectrum to bore an open trench, 3,370 foot, linear foot east alongside County Road 4610, and then they're going to bore under 44 foot to the north side of 4610 and go 290 linear foot east along north side of 4610, installing conduit and fiber optics located in precinct 4. And then the next one for Spectrum is a proposed utility line activity for Spectrum to add 1,300 linear foot of conduit and fiber on County Road 4613. This is an add-on to previous to last Commissioners Court. They've done about 700 foot. They're going to add another 1,300 to this road. All this will go.
questions for the commissioner? How many more of these we got?
A bunch of them, probably. Like everybody's going to get internet.
Yeah, they're not even been over in our area yet.
Well, again, these are part of that RDOF that are the federal government's designated area of underserved and not served. If there's no further questions, entertain the motion.
I'd like to make a motion for the proposed utility line activities for Spectrum for the listed roads and for conduit and fiber optic installation with the Commissioner's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner McCam to approve the other Spectrum right-of-way permits, County Road 4610 and 4613 for fiber optic installation with the Commissioner's authorization to sign. All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Are you voting?
I'm voting no.
You vote, 4-1. Item 11, consider and take action on submitted budget amendments, and we have none. Item 12 is consider and take action on payment of bills. Ms. Carpenter.
Yes, sir, we have fiscal year 2023 in the amount of $742,967.17.
Commissioner Spivey, questions?
I have no questions, Judge.
Commissioner Tootley?
I have none.
Commissioner McCam?
I have none.
Commissioner Richardson?
No questions, Judge.
Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2023 bills in the amount of $742,967.17 as presented.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the bills in the amount of $742,967.17 as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously. Item 13 is consider and take action on submitted plats.
We have two plats, in precinct 2 and 4, and I'll leave it
Commissioner Tootley?
Yes, Judge, this is in the Wood Canyon Water subdivision. This, Ms. Woods, I believe is her name, Ms. Wood, owns both lots of Lot 13 and 14, and she went to do a survey, and her steps of Lot 14 was on Lot 13, so you can see the original lot line. All she's done is asked to remove the lot line about 16 feet so that all of Lot 14's buildings are on that lot.
Questions for the commissioner?
All the signatures are there, and as you can see, the HOA president has also signed off.
In this Tarrant Regional?
Yes, sir, above the HOA.
Okay. Any other questions? Entertain the motion.
Judge, I move we approve the final replat of the Jim Akins Wood Canyon Waters first section replatting lots 13 and 14, creating lot 13-R and 14-R for filing purposes only.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tootley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the final replat of Jim Atkins Wood Canyon Waters first section, creating lots 13R and 14R for filing purposes only. All those in favor of the motion? Item passes unanimously. Commissioner?
Yes, Court, this is a final plat for a subdivision of a called 2.25 acre tract in the Ralph Hunter Survey, abstract number 11, creating LaRue Estates. It'll be 10 lots. It's located in the community of LaRue. All the lots join road frontage, county road frontage on all three sides. We have a letter from Virginia Hill Water Corporation saying that they're going to provide the water. We've got Encore letter of service, historical letter from the Historical Commission. And I think we've got all signatures. 911 floodplain's been checked. We have approval from our on-site sewage facility inspector that everything's adequate for on-site sewage.
Questions for the Commissioner? Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the final plat of the subdivision of a called 10.25 acre tract in the Ralph Hunter Survey, abstract number 11, creating LaRue Estates, lots 1 through 10 for filing purposes only.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the creation of the LaRue Estates subdivision located in precinct 4 for filing purposes only. Any further comments? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Item 14, open and consider bids.
Okay, this morning I have a RFP, request for proposals for bridge construction. This is going to be for maintenance and installation of head walls, maintenance, repair, and construction throughout Henderson County as designated. I do have proposed dates for the ads, which would be the first ad running on Saturday, June 10th, second ad on June 17th, and then opening the bid on June 27th to award on July 11th.
Questions?
Are we getting close to our bid time? Is up, or is this
Yes, we are no longer under contract for
bridge material?
bridge material or construction. So in order to go out for material, we'll need to have a contract for construction.
Okay.
So we need to go after we get this one, or while we're doing it, I guess, we can go out for bids for materials.
If we know what we need, yes.
It's just-
Without it being, yes.
It's tough to know what you need without us having these guys on board to tell us what all materials we need.
Yes, sir. That's why I did bring this one first, so that if we do need to have this contract in place to get the information needed for each bridge, we'll have it.
And that's one of the difficulties that, there are some bridges that can be used in several locations, but as we have gone over the years replacing these bridges, especially in the location of precinct 3, they vary in sizes. And given that the legislature was unable to get the increase from 50,000 to 100,000 passed, it's going to require us to bid each individual bridge. or a size of bridge. No, the last one that we had was for the 24 by 40. Well, no, I think it was 24 by 40. Was that standard size that we're using so many of. But that is
Or
now.
50, they like to go out to 50 on
50.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
20 by 50 or 24 by 50, and then, but I've had a couple that were 70s.
Yeah. So, but this is the first step.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Tooley to approve the 2023 bridge construction RFP. Any further comments? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously.
Okay, I also have an invitation for bid for the fiscal year 2023 sewer facility inspection services. This award period will be for 24 months, which will be August 23rd through July 31st, 2025. I did make a correction to that I sent out yesterday. This agent will be responsible for issuing permits for residential and commercial septic systems, changes to any existing systems, and responding to violation complaints. The proposed dates for the invitation will be add one on June 10th, add two on the 17th, opening for June 27th, and hopefully awarding July 11th. We will send an invitation to bid to all approved or certified TCEQ vendors in Henderson County. We're able to pull up a list, and that way we can make sure that everyone is receiving this invitation, either by mail or email, hopefully by email.
Questions?
And we did put on there, you got, add approval of subdivision plats too.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, I did send out the updated form for the response form, and on that response form, it does mention the subdivision plats.
Any further questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the 2023 bid specifications for sewer facility inspection services. Any further comments? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Good morning. I have the responses for the 2023 haul and transport bid. We got 3 responses, and it's from Woodrum Construction, S&S Trucking, and Deer Farms and Ranch Services, and they are 4M.
Questions, Court?
And these bids here were strictly for hauling.
Correct.
Looks like one of them is a job specific. What is that? Woodrum?
Yes, the $24.50 per ton.
Two of them are for general hauling, and then one is just for big city crushed concrete.
Correct. Or at least that's how it appears to be.
I'm sorry?
That's how it appears to be.
Okay.
So let me ask you this question. If we have somebody, big cities, we have a bid per ton that we can get it from them and buy it from them. We also have a company that will go over and get it and charge us for hauling and the material. Same deal. So would this Woodrum Construction, would they be able to haul with us also?
Not by what they have sent in, just looking at. This
Says
is,
reclaimed asphalt.
No, I'm saying they're going up to it says they're going to big cities for reclaimed asphalt delivered to our barn.
but that would be the only job, from what is being presented.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That
If
is
they
the
can go to
only.
big cities and we pay for the material and we pay them for hauling.
On the
This-
reclaimed asphalt.
This looks like they're charging $24.50 a ton to haul.
True.
That's not purchase of material, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then the other two are open for anything at different rates.
Yes.
Hourly rate. Our bid specifications, that as you go through this, our bid specifications were open-ended. I'm gonna throw this on the county attorney, is you have two that meet the specifications, and one I'd like to discuss, does it meet the specifications of the bid, given it was a specific?
I probably have to look at what was put out, but you're using your words, it was open end and we didn't specify. I think it's good. I think it would meet specifications,
Okay.
because there really were no specifications as to how they quote. Now it's confusing to me how you got quote transport by the ton, or is that to a single destination?
Yeah, that's how they've done it.
So it's all, the destination is always the same?
Right.
Okay. And that's not an issue, I think.
And their ticket, they'll get a way out ticket, and that's what they'll say 22 tons, and it'll be, because I mean, I think the bid has is bid specific for 3 items: rate per hour, rate per loaded mile, and rate per ton.
But his is only $25.50 per ton.
True.
He did not give an hourly or a per mile.
Right.
And his special notes are for only hauling the big city crushed concrete. In this particular situation, given truck availability and all of that, would it not be thing that you award to all vendors in this particular case? Now, what you would get into is that if another precinct wanted to go to big cities and get, it would be the $140 an hour using a different one, because this one is specific to precinct 2 barn. I'm sure they could go get it and drop it there and y'all could come
Pick it up.
pick it up.
And that's what I was getting
Yeah.
at, is that when you do it by the ton, obviously they're not factoring in different locations.
Right.
How many rounds can they usually haul you from big city, one truck in an 8-hour time?
3.
3?
Depending on the traffic, we can stay open till about 4:30, and they can get maybe another one. But we got 5 trucks hauling today, and we'll get 15 loads.
Oh, yeah, we're only going to be using the, precinct 2 will be using Woodrum. Because he's specific.
Right.
So we would only be using the, S&S and 4M. So
Well, if
you gotta know how hard it is to get trucks.
Yeah, that's the main thing, but like you say, if you use 4M at $150 an hour, for 8 hours, it's $1,200. If you use, Woodrum at $24.50 per ton, and just say each load is average of 23 tons, you're looking at $1,690 for 3 rounds on there. So it's gonna cost you more, but like I say, the truck availability sometimes is the problem. And I know S&S, you said you can't hardly get them to go up there, correct?
No, but what's happening right now with 4M is they have a bid price of hauling and material that they bid. In our last ago, we were having to pay for the material plus trucks. So that's good. I think this is one of the places that I asked Jennifer to send a bid to, because Big City said that they would go up there and they were kind of local to our area. But it doesn't matter to me. Right now we're fine where we are, so.
That's why I suggested you award to all vendors, because of the availability on the other two, and this one being site specific.
Well, I could see another deal if we awarded to all vendors that this Woodrum could be going to big cities and everything. Well, I got 4M in line out on the road somewhere, or us, other precincts
Right.
using them, so we'd still be getting material.
I'll make the motion to award to all vendors.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Tooley to award the 2023 haul and transport bid to all vendors. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Item passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Last item, 15, consider and take action to adjourn.
I have a question.
About?
Item 10. So,
Is it something, go ahead.
no, that's fine.
Well, it's about, if it's something we need to correct, we'll need to make a motion to reconsider so that it's in the minutes if there's something you need to correct.
I think that there possibly could be.
All right, can we get a motion to reconsider item 10?
So moved to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to reconsider item 10. Sir?
All in favor? Or,
Yeah, all those in favor of the motion? Aye, passes unanimously. What you got?
so, I believe that we, on, not the one that's the 30-foot pole, it's fine. The one with 2912, 2803, I believe in the motion we made that I had a $600 check, and I do not have a check for this one. The other one that I have is not on the agenda. So just remove, like, we don't have a check and we can approve it, is what my deal is. I have 3 items here, and we only have 2. We only have 2 on the deal, and the check is for next week.
So you wish to make a motion striking the check portion of the precinct 2 motion.
Yeah, true.
Mary Margaret, you good with that?
And you have boards under the road?
Not this one.
Okay, tell me again.
In the precinct 2 motion
Okay,
on right-of-way permits,
right,
he made mention of a $600 check,
okay. Right
and
We're going to amend that to strike it.
there. Okay.
Says there's 5 underground road crossings in your letter.
Yeah, but this one's not, this one that I did for 2912, 2803.
well, regardless, if he doesn't have a check for the ones that were presented, we need to strike that from the record.
Because the one that has Oak, Persimmon, Shady Trail, Charlotte Trail, and all that, that's what I have the check for, and it's not in the backup.
Be on next week.
Do we have a motion to,
So move to approve.
Or to amend? or we're
To
gonna-
amend.
to amend the motion?
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley, second by Commissioner McCam, to amend the motion striking a $600 check. All those in favor? Item passes unanimously. Item 15, consider and take action to adjourn.
So move.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley, second by Commissioner Richardson to adjourn at 10 a.m. All those in favor? Item passes unanimously.